Actress Michelle Trachtenberg is dead at the age of 39. The Gossip Girl star recently underwent a liver transplant and may have been experiencing complications.
Hollywood is a machine, a relentless, gluttonous beast that chews up innocence and spits out broken souls. Michelle Trachtenberg, once a bright-eyed child star who lit up our screens, became its latest casualty on February 26, 2025. At just 39, she was found lifeless in her New York City apartment, her dreams snuffed out, her voice silenced. We're told it was a tragic accident, a complication from a liver transplant, but the truth feels murkier, heavier, like a shadow cast over a city that thrives on secrets. Her death isn't just a loss, it's an indictment. Hollywood took her, used her, and discarded her when she dared to falter. And now, as her mother weeps and her fans mourn, whispers grow louder. Was this really an accident or something more sinister? This is the story of Michelle, a girl who shone too brightly, a woman who paid the ultimate price, and a mystery that refuses to rest. Her journey began with promise. Born in 1985, Michelle was thrust into the spotlight young, her wide eyes and sharp wit making her a natural. Harriet the Spy put her on the map, but it was Buffy the Vampire Slayer that cemented her as a star. Playing Dawn Summers, she was the little sister we all rooted for, a beacon of resilience in a world of darkness. Off-screen, she was just as magnetic, smart, funny, a spark in an industry that often dims its brightest lights. But Hollywood doesn't nurture, it exploits. From child stardom to teen idol, Michelle was pushed, prodded, and packaged, a product, not a person. By the time Gossip Girl rolled around, her Georgina Sparks had a wild edge, a hint of the chaos bubbling beneath her polished exterior. Did anyone notice the cracks forming? Or were they too busy counting ticket sales and tabloid hits? A star's silent struggle. The years wore on, and Michelle's light flickered. Public appearances grew sparse, her social media a curated mask of smiles that didn't reach her eyes. Rumors swirled. Health issues, personal battles. But Hollywood doesn't care about the human behind the headshot. In late 2024, word leaked of a liver transplant, a desperate bid to reclaim her vitality. She'd been sick, they said, though the details were vague. A viral infection? A chronic condition? The press shrugged, the studios moved on, and Michelle was left to fight alone. Her family, fiercely private, kept the world at bay, but insiders whispered of exhaustion, of a woman stretched thin by decades of scrutiny and sacrifice. She was planning a comeback, a SXSW appearance in March 2025, talks of a Buffy reboot. She had hope, damn it. So how did it end like this? February 26th started like any other day. Michelle was in her apartment, a sanctuary from the chaos of fame. Her mother, Lana, found her around 8 a.m., sprawled on the floor, cold to the touch. The 911 call was frantic, a mother's pleas piercing the morning quiet. Paramedics arrived, but it was too late. Michelle was gone. The official story came fast. Undetermined cause of death. No autopsy, thanks to her family's objection, just a cursory external exam. Possible complications from the transplant, police sources muttered, but without evidence it's a guess dressed up as fact. Her liver had been replaced, her body fragile, yet she'd been stable, or so we were told. The lack of answers gnaws at you. A 39-year-old doesn't just drop dead without a trace. Not unless someone wants the trail to vanish. The conspiracy unravels. Here's where it gets murky. Hollywood loves a clean narrative. Star falls, star fades, star dies. But Michelle's story doesn't fit the script. That liver transplant raises questions. Why the secrecy? Transplants don't happen overnight. They're grueling, planned, monitored. If she was recovering, who was watching her? Her doctors? Her team? Or someone else? Rumors had dogged her for years. Industry pressure, whispered blacklists after she spoke out about toxic sets. In 2023, she'd hinted at dark times in an interview, a cryptic nod to battles she couldn't name. Was she a threat to someone powerful? A loose end tied off with surgical precision? Then there's the timing. XXSW loomed, a chance to reclaim her narrative. A Buffy reboot was in talks, a project that could have ruffled feathers, old grudges, buried scandals. Michelle knew things, saw things from her decades in the game. What if she was ready to talk? The no autopsy call feels convenient. Her family's objection was honored. Fair enough, grief is sacred, but it left no room for truth. An external exam can't detect poison, can't trace a silenced syringe. Conspiracy boards on X lit up. They got her, one user posted, linking to a shady article about Hollywood's cleaners, fixers who make problems disappear. Far-fetched? Maybe. But the industry's history, Marilyn, Heath, Brittany, casts a long shadow. Her apartment offers no clarity, no signs of struggle, no forced entry, just a woman alone with her ghosts. But what about what wasn't found? Missing meds, a wiped phone, a visitor's trace scrubbed clean? The cops didn't push. Why would they? She was a has-been to them, a fading star not worth the hassle. Yet her fans saw more. Posts on X flagged oddities. A cryptic tweet from weeks prior, shadows move before the light, deleted after her death. A neighbor's claim of a late-night car idling outside her building. Pieces of a puzzle no one's assembling because Hollywood doesn't want it solved. A legacy stolen, Michelle deserved better. She gave us laughter, tears, moments etched in pop culture's soul. Sarah Michelle Gellar called her "my forever little sister," her tribute raw with loss. Blake Lively wrote of her unbreakable spirit, Rosie O'Donnell of her gentle heart. These weren't just co-stars, they were witnesses to her fight. Yet their words can't drown out the silence of an industry that chewed her up, the silence of a death unexplained. Her fans flood X with memories, clips of Dawn's sass, Georgina's smirk, but it's not enough. She was more than roles, more than headlines. She was Michelle, and she's gone. The conspiracies won't fade. They'll grow, fed by every unanswered question. Was it the transplant, a fluke of fate? Or was it a hand in the dark, punishing her for daring to survive? Hollywood's machine hums on, churning out new stars to break, but Michelle's death lingers, a wound that festers. Her mother's refusal of an autopsy was love, protecting her daughter's dignity, but it left us blind. And maybe that's the point. Blindness keeps the beast fed, keeps the secrets buried. If there's a cover-up, it's working. No evidence, no trail, just a void where a woman once stood. A cry for justice. So here we are, March 3rd, 2025, days after her light went out, and the world feels colder. Michelle Trachtenberg didn't just die. She was taken, whether by neglect, by chance, or by design. Hollywood built her up, tore her down, and now washes its hands of her. The fans demand answers, the theorists spin tales, but the truth slips further away. She was 39, damn it, 39 with stories left to tell, with a comeback on the horizon. She fought through sickness, through shadows, only to fall when the finish line was in sight. That's not fate, that's theft. This isn't the end she earned. It's the end Hollywood gave her. A tragic footnote in a script she didn't write. If there's justice, it's in us. In the voices that won't let her fade, in the questions that won't quiet. Michelle Trachtenberg was a star, a survivor, a soul too big for the cage they built around her. And if someone took her from us, if this was more than a broken body giving out, then the beast must answer. For her. For all of them. Because Hollywood's glitter hides blood, and Michelle's death might just be the crack that brings it down. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.